The San Antonio Spurs could sign LeBron James this summer, creating a partnership with Victor Wembanyama. Really?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Hey, Lakers fans, Wemby fans, LeBron James fans, everybody welcome to TSR Sports. And I see more and more media outlets covering this, and I thought, well, as a Spurs content creator, maybe I had to drop my 2 cents on this subject here, which I'll do at the end of the article. But while I'm doing so, let me know in the comments down below, Spurs fans. If you don't want LeBron James, obviously let me know. But if you think he would actually help the team and help us get somewhere quicker, sooner than later, I'm very interested in your opinion on this. And Lakers fans, if you're watching, are you ready for him to go? Are you like, hit the road, Jack? Don't you come back no more. Hit the thumbs up if you like support the channel and subscribe to become part of our awesome sports community. Let's get into the article from Sports Illustrated. The San Antonio Spurs had the chance to pair the present with the future this summer in free agency. This year's free agency will be headlined by the decision that Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James makes. Will he stay with the Lakers or take his talents elsewhere by declining his player option? Bleacher Report suggests the Spurs as a potential landing spot for LeBron should he want to leave the Lakers. Aw, look at LeBron. He likes Wemby. Anyway, we have a quote here. That's a little bit for you. Okay. The San Antonio Spurs can get to over $30 million in cap space with a little creativity or a sign and trade involving Keldon Johnson. Why is it always involving Keldon? Anyway, they might be able to bring in a max level player. Okay, LeBron. And just imagine for a moment the possibility of Victor Wembanyama's development being accelerated by the presence of LeBron on the roster. He'd instantly solve the, often self-imposed, true story, point guard crisis in San Antonio while showing Wemby the blueprint for navigating over-the-top hype up close. Okay, I think I agree with most of that. Signing LeBron and pairing up Wembanyama turns the Spurs into an instant player in the Western Conference. They may not quite be a contender. I'm going to definitely touch on that in just a few moments, Spurs fans. Playing with LeBron would also allow Wemby to soak up over 20 years of knowledge about winning and becoming the face of the league, paving the way for Wembanyama to eventually grab the torch from the king as he bows out of the NBA in the coming years. All right, so there's some stuff to unpack there. This is where I'm going to give my 2 cents, Spurs fans. First off, I want to talk about the LeBron James side of things. He's going where Bronny goes. If Bronny James gets drafted this NBA draft, then I got to think LeBron's going to decline the option with LA and head there. Could the Spurs draft Bronny? Maybe. I've heard from you, and I have not been following his career in college, or is he in G League? I don't even know where he is, actually, to be honest with you. I know he had a heart issue. Hopefully he's okay. That being said, I've heard from a lot of you that he's probably going to be a second rounder, if even drafted at all. For the sake of this video, say he gets drafted in the second round, the Spurs do have 2 second-round picks coming up. Could they draft him? LeBron possibly coming to the Spurs. They're not ready to win right now. Clearly, we're one of the worst teams in the NBA. I gotta think he wants to get another ring before it's all said and done and wants to get to 500 in the finals if possible. Right now, he is 4-6. I'm sure he would love to get to 6-6 or 7-6 and 8-6, so forth and so on. And probably not happening with a very short window due to his age with the San Antonio Spurs. Then again, maybe if the Spurs draft Bronny and he wants to play with his son, we know that for sure. Maybe he also just wants to play for Greg Popovich. I think I've heard in the past he would like to play for Pop. Maybe it's intriguing to play with somebody like Wemby. Maybe he does see Wemby as the guy that maybe he can pass the torch to. LeBron has enough records, that's for sure. He's got tons of money, plenty of fame. He has really nothing else to play for except for championships and maybe just fun. And maybe playing with Bronny, Wemby, Pop, whatever that is, whatever it turns out to be, maybe that could be fun enough for him to stick around with San Antonio for a few years. But we do have to talk about San Antonio. Let's look at it from the Spurs' point of view. This is an aging veteran that is closer to retirement than the start of his career that brings in a big contract. LeBron would make us a playoff team, but I don't think he makes us a championship team. See, the Lakers the last few years. With LeBron James and Wemby and whoever else is on the roster at the time, I feel like the Spurs would be more mid. It would be good enough to make the playoffs every year, but not good enough to win it all. That is a horrible place to be. I'm sure a lot of fans watching this, whether you're a fan of the Lakers, the Spurs, or just maybe a TSR Sports subscriber viewing the video, that's the worst place to be. I have a lot of Dallas Cowboys subscribers on this channel. You can't tell me that you would trade 10 years of making the playoffs for just one title, one championship. just making it every year is not good enough. And I feel like this combination would be a making it every year, and then he retires, and then what? Where does that leave us? Do we have the pieces in place to get even better? Or because we've been a playoff team, now we're not getting good draft picks? There's a lot of question marks there. Listen, LeBron James is a great basketball player. He is on my Mount Rushmore of NBA GOATs. He also has left numerous teams in his career. Sorry, but this is a fact. He has left teams, the Cavs, the Heat, the Cavs again. Then maybe we'll be leaving the Lakers. And I don't know if I would want Wemby to be, or getting that type of advice or that type of mentality where, hey, there's two superstars, the superstar on that team, and so-and-so's going there. If you join them too, you can make a super team like I did in Miami. That, and I'm not saying he would do that, but he has done it. And I don't want those seeds getting planted in Wemby's head and then slowly getting watered. So for me, personally, it's a pass. If LeBron James was 29 instead of 39, that is an entirely different story. That being said, if somehow this happens, I would begrudgingly be rooting for LeBron James. And on a selfish note, this channel would blow up to probably numbers it's never seen before, having Wemby and LeBron content to create. But that's not what I want. I don't want the channel to succeed just because of one player. I want the channel to succeed because of a team or teams. And yes, Wemby's bringing eyeballs to the channel, but I want people to come to the channel not just because of Wemby, because they're Spurs fans. I wouldn't want just a drove of people coming in because they're LeBron fans, because LeBron is going to retire soon, and then those fans might just, cycle back out again. I want folks that are staying here to build a community over the next years, the next decade, not just 2 years. So that's all I got. My apologies for no content the last 2 days. If you're still here at the end of the video, I was working on a log draft type video on Tuesday, and then my computer crashed, and then all the prep work I did was lost, and I just did not want to do that all over again. And then yesterday, just life got busy. But we'll be back, obviously, with a video now, back for the Spurs and Kings tonight, and the Spurs versus the Lakers, I believe, tomorrow night, 10 o'clock and 10:30, so it's going to be a late week for sure. And, looking forward to do more Spurs content again, and I've been enjoying doing the Giants content. Even though we just only did one video, I think it was this week, and it's not really getting watched at all, I enjoy doing it, and that's good for the channel. Just as a side note, for those of you that are really sticking around with me rambling, just enjoying content and not caring about views. Because I used to care about views, and now I'm just like, you know what? And that's why I've been on and off for Giants content really for the last 4 years on this channel, is I would start not doing well or not hitting the numbers maybe the Spurs content was or other content, and be like, it's not working, just, stop doing it. But I really enjoyed that video. I really enjoyed the Kelvin Johnson video I did a few weeks ago about, stop all the KJ trade talk or why the haters on KJ. I was like, you know what, this is what the channel's supposed to be about, Rich, is getting back to just enjoying content, and whatever happens with it, it happens. This isn't a business for me. You guys know that. I'm not trying to make, retire off this. I don't do Patreon memberships, all that other nonsense. I just do this because I enjoy doing it, and I think I finally found a good spot where I can enjoy it no matter who's watching, whether it's 5 of you watching or 500. So that's all I got. Appreciate you listening to the last minute of rambling. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, go Spurs, go.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.